Thank you, Molly. Your kindness sparkles in your lovely lavender eyes. Hee hee, does it really? Did you really like that doll I brought you last time? Oh yes, yes indeed. It was very lovely. You know, I even set aside a place for it at the dining table. Really? Oh, that would make it so happy. What about today? Do you need to lean on me during your walk? Or should I fetch you a newspaper? Wow, he's got all the kids clamoring to help him. Is it because he gives out money and candy? I could read it to you too if you can't make out the words. Mama says that I should do one good deed every day, and my tutor wants me to submit an essay this week about good people and good things. Oh, she's quite nice. Oh, I don't mean I'm doing this because I need to write an essay, but if you don't mind, I do want to help you out. Oh, I'm already fine, really. The best thing you could do is to help me to tell your parents that you often come by my place to play. I know, Mr. Leroy, and I've told them, but they don't seem too happy about it. Will you still come again, even so? I sure will, even if they won't let me. I mean, we made an agreement, didn't we? Haha, you are indeed a child of your word. Good, good. I do like you very much. Ah, it's you two. Welcome, kind souls. Welcome. We didn't mean to intrude or anything. Did we interrupt? Next thing you know, Molly is his true-born granddaughter, although that would require him to have true-born children. No, the two of you aren't interrupting anything. This is such a weird angle. My young friend Molly here is currently out and about, trying to complete her homework. She just happened to stop by my home. She'd like to do something nice for me so that she might have some material for her essay. Hey, I'm not helping because I want to finish my homework. Well, not just because of that anyway. Of course. You're not being a good child just because of your homework after all. Much like these two young guests. They're not here to help me just because they need a job either. Well now. It was just a little jest. Surely you won't begrudge an old man that much. Youngsters have much time that they may spend freely, and you're willing to while that time away with me, and I do enjoy that company of young people. Nothing wrong with any of that now, is there? But perhaps I should just give you something to do. People are wanted to come and go around the entrance. It tends to get dirty there very quickly, and nobody's searched behind the place for days. So if I may ask, please help me clean it up again. I cleaned it up literally yesterday, sir. Molly, would you keep my cat company? I'd bring a fish steak if you would. Her name's Lunara, by the way. She inherited that name from a dog I had previously. It's a shame, but my daughter took her along when she went off to get married. So he has an actual daughter. Okay, alright then, Mr. Leroy. Very well, children, off you go. So he does have a daughter. You lied to me? I don't appreciate that.
Strike a pose!
You got it? Strange boxes are still here. Mm-hmm. That was unintentional. Totally just broke an ankle. Are you all done? That's right. How did it get so dirty? Yep, the cleanup's done and Molly's fed the cat too. Also, Benoit, there's a pile of super dirty old boxes next to your place. Do you want us to clean those up too? Oh, those boxes. I just store some old stuff in them. Otherwise, they don't see much use. Some of them contain furniture and other small items from my old place, which I haven't had the heart to throw away. But at the same time, they don't fit with my current home, and so they've ended up just stacked out there, yet getting water damage. I don't touch them for the most part, but since everyone around here is a decent sort, no one's stolen anything, so they can stay right where they are. Mr. Leroy, was it helpful? Why, of course you were, Molly. Don't forget to say hello to your parents for me. I'd be even more grateful if you could do that. And I've got the snacks and pocket money right here, children, so come and get it. Oh, no, I don't need any pocket money. I just like to pet Nana some more, can I? Oh, of course, please do, but watch out for her claws. Remember to come back for snacks once you're done playing. Why did you go out, Dad? Well, this old fellow got lonely, what with his children not being around to keep him company and all, so he decided to go get some fresh air. Oh, Morticia, would you look at that? Gone, but a few days, and he's mad at us already. But I'm sure he'd forgive us if he only knew what gift we'd brought back this time, don't you think? Unless he gave the dog to Morticia, or rather, Morticia took the dog. I kind of thought they were living with him, but I must have been mistaken on that front. Gift? What did you bring back? Something wonderful, of course. You'll know when you see it. Morticia knows how you like lovely, expensive things. She picked it out especially for you. Yeah, with his money. Thank you, my daughter. I did only what I should have. Ah yes, these two lovely guests are also children who came by to play while the two of you were out. Hello there, my father's a friendly man and really loves kids, so thank you for keeping him company, truly. Still, since my wife and I are back, we'll take it from here. Excuse me? Why are you chasing me off, sir? I'm finding this very suspicious. Ah, it really is good that you're back. Come now, let me have a look at that present. Alright, Dad, let's go inside, shall we? Indeed, indeed. Athos, do you remember to give them their pay and some snacks? They helped me sweep the place, and fed Nana too. Ah, and give that young lady some of those treats too, would you? I'm going back inside now. Mr. Leroy, Nana let me give her a belly rub. Eh? Where is he going? Are you looking for my father, little lady? I'm his son-in-law. Well, you might as well just consider me his son to keep things simple. Call me Athos. Oh, I know what a son-in-law is. That means you're his daughter's husband. Aha, you sure are knowledgeable, aren't you? Thanks for keeping my father company. He's gone indoors. These snacks are for you. You can leave the rest to my wife and I. It's alright if you don't drop by anymore. Anyway, you should head home soon. Your family will be worried about you if you're out too long. Oh, don't worry, mister. It was no trouble at all. And anyway, Mr. Leroy and I have an agreement. I think you might need my help going forward too. You know, with feeding the cat, watering plants, and other stuff. Helping people makes me happy too, so I'll definitely come back. And that's what makes things tricky. Is something wrong, mister? No, little lady, not at all. I have something important to discuss with you. No, discussion isn't the right word. There's something I need you to do. Sure, what is it? I'm going to give you the snacks and pocket money, and then after that, don't come back again, alright? Huh? Why? Did I do something wrong? Nah, this dude's really shady. Ignore him. No, of course you haven't. It's just that my father's health has always been poor, and his insomnia has gotten quite bad lately. Out of consideration for his health, my wife and I would like him to have an environment conducive to rest. You understand, don't you? Oh, so Mr. Leroy's unwell. I get it. Next time I'll bring extra boulet fruit. Every time I eat too much cake and get a tummy ache, Papa tells me I should eat less sweets and have more fruit. As long as Mr. Leroy eats some fruit every day, he'll be fine. Never mind, nothing else for it. As for you two, here are your snacks and rewards. And now, let me speak plainly. I'm speaking for the entire Leroy family on this matter. I hope that you will not come and disturb us again in the future. I believe that despite your youth, you will be able to understand my meaning. So please, do not go out of your way to return here. That's all. I'll take my leave now. Huh. We can't come back. Why can't we come back? It's so weird. Mr. Leroy was so nice, but this man just really doesn't want us to. Yeah, this guy speaks politely enough, alright, but he's as cold as they come. Well, I don't care what he says. I'm going to come see Mr. Leroy tomorrow. What about you two? Come on, just come along. Nana's so cute, and I just want to pet her a bit more. And also, Mr. Leroy's going to give us more snacks. Last one to show us a rotten egg. Alright, no takesies, backsies, okay? We've got to come pet the cat and play with Mr. Leroy. And his health takes a strange turn for the worst, as he is poisoned by those he held dear. Okay, that was super weird. My recording just stopped of its own volition. I'm so glad I saw that message in the corner. And also, 8 o'clock, that I have my file open on the other monitor so I can see when the icon changes from a recording icon to a finished recording icon. That was super weird. I don't know why it did that. I hope there's something wrong with the recording or I'm fucked. Hey, Molly. Oh, you two, you're back. Paimon's name is Paimon, and she's Lunara. Just call her by names from now on. Did you see Benoit? That's right, but I didn't get a chance to speak to him. Looks like I won't be able to finish my essay at this rate. Your essay? Alright, you were doing good deeds because you had homework. Hey, that's not true. I really do like Mr. Benoit. He's really smooth. Yes, that's right, smooth. Pfft, what kind of descriptor is that? You mean he's personable and a good communicator, don't you? Anyway, please, Miss Paimon, could you please help me? If you don't, my essay's toast. My tutor said that my essay about helping him to feed his cat was unpretentious and filled with genuine emotion from margin to margin, and she wanted me to write another. What? Unpretentious? Don't you mean unpretentious? Anyway, Paimon gets it, so that's why he needed to come back. Well, it is my homework, sure, but I really do like Mr. Leroy. He wanted me to say hi to my parents for him, and so I did. They were really upset when they heard his name, though, and they didn't want me to come. I don't really know why. I have a theory. Well, if it's just for homework, it's easy, isn't it? You can just talk about how you fed the cat again. But that would only be one line. That's too little. No way. We'll go with you. We mean go with you. We're right in front of the goddamn door. Yeah, that's right. You can feed the cat, and we'll clean the entrance and the rear of the house. And when we're done, we'll knock on the door and talk to Benoit. That'll give you enough content to write about, right? That's right. We can do that. You're so smart, Miss Paimon. Let's go feed the cat right now. Are the boxes going to have been thrown out? What's my concern? Nana, why is Mr. Leroy ignoring me? Do you know why? I swear he's been poisoned by these people. Okay, the boxes are still here. Hello, can you give me my goddamn quest? Oh, I didn't even see it. Fell off again. Where is it? God, I have difficulty spotting this. That's for sure. You two, did you see anything? Miss Palmer, Miss Lunara, a feather cat. Nice. Okay, let's go see Mr. Leroy. I'm worried though. Maybe he won't come out. When I've come by to see him lately, he hasn't even spoken to me. Before you arrived, I went and knocked, but just as he came out, that scary son-in-law of his came and dragged him back inside. He then gave me some sweets and told me to go back to my parents. Then he shut the door. Geez, Benoit's such a chill guy, but so why are his family members such a chilly bunch? Mr. Leroy's son-in-law said that Mr. Leroy was ill and couldn't see me, but I thought he looked fine, so why couldn't he speak to us? Honestly, I'm more worried about Mr. Leroy than I am about my essay. He must feel terrible if he's ill. Mama told me that sick people need our care and concern. So, could you come with me and ask that son-in-law what sort of illness Mr. Leroy has? Maybe he ate too much cake or slept without a blanket. I can ask my parents about what to do. Well, let's knock on the door. I know I'm just a bit scared of that scary son-in-law because he's, well, scary. Could you help me speak to him? Don't be afraid, Molly. We've got this. We don't got shit. Oh, okay. If I must. Athos, the man you saw before, opens the door and walks out. You again? What in the world do you want? Could we ask if Benoit's home? We heard he fell ill, so we're kind of worried about his health. My father is home, but he's in no condition to be receiving guests. Could we ask what he's come down with? I could ask my parents to help him get some medicine. No need. We'll buy what medicines are needed ourselves. Not that he has any lack of medicine anyway. We're just concerned for his health. You don't have to be so cold. Athos just doesn't want to let us see Benoit. This is past cold. He's downright frigid. You concern yourself too much with business that is not your own. Very well. Was there anything else? If not, I'll be heading back. Wait. What is it? Is Benoit really ill? Why are you trying to prevent us from seeing Benoit? And why must I allow completely unrelated people to see my father? Like I said earlier, he's in no condition to see guests. Athos, what's this disturbance outside? Nothing, Letitia. Just a few kids saying they want to see Dad. You really do get along well with the children, don't you, Dad? Well, since these kids want to see you, why don't you go say hello to them? I'd like to, can I? Of course you can, Dad. You're in charge. The door opens and Benoit slowly emerges. Ah, it's you again, little ones. You're back. How are you feeling, Mr. Leroy? Me? Oh, I'm not doing quite so fine. But not to worry. I'm doing my best to rest up. Yet they're literally poisoning this guy to kill him and get the inheritance. Holy shit. What is wrong with you people? My daughter and son-in-law are taking very good care of me, so all is well. Just run along home if you would. Are you sure you're alright, Dad? If it's too much for you, you should go back inside. Benoit sees Athos give him a meaningful glance before silently going back indoors. Well, so you've seen him for yourselves then. My father really is unwell. Does that satisfy you? If there's nothing else, I'm going back inside. Wait. Athos ignores all of you. Well, at least we got to say a few words to Mr. Leroy. I do hope he gets better soon. He won't. Not at this rate. Looks like a cool story for other people, Miss Paimon. That wasn't what I wanted. Don't think that way. You weren't in trouble at all. In fact, Paimon thinks that Athos guy is a real problem here. The entire time he was just, you should go home first, Molly. Paimon and I will be heading back as well. Lunara, you... True, I should head back as well. My parents don't like it when I come here, you know? They get mad if they knew I came today. Go tell your parents that he's been poisoned by his adoptive son and daughter. And they should really come help. I don't know if we'll get to see Mr. Leroy again. I really want to tell him that his snacks were super tasty. Well, could you help me tell him that if you see him? After he gets better, I mean, you have my word. And Paimon's too. All right. Thank you, Miss Lunara. I've got to go home now. See you. What do you think, Lunara? Paimon knows you had, I've got something to say written all over your face as soon as she looked at you. Best not speak too loudly right here. Sure, let's go talk somewhere else. What, the back of the building? Oh, no. By the newsstand. Will this do? Come on, tell Paimon what's on your mind. There's something off about that couple. Pama thinks so too. One of them talks a whole bunch and the other barely says a word. The timing of their appearance was too convenient to be a coincidence. You mean to say that they showed up just as Benoit was thinking about hiring some hourly help, right? Euphrasia said that he was still hiring half a year ago, but in that time, this couple became his children. You're right, everything's just too deliberate. There's definitely something going on with this couple. Let's get Euphrasia's help. Get the Melusines to help. Anybody. There's something fishy about the relationship with Benoit. When we first met them a few days back, the things still seem fine. But there's something awkward about the way they spoke today. He's been coerced by his son-in-law. Benoit's daughter is coercing him. It's freaking both. Well, Pama didn't think quite that far, but the way she spoke sure did give Pama goosebumps. Now that you mention it, Pama kind of gets where that confused feeling was coming from. The way this couple deals with outsiders doesn't sit right with me. Exactly. They were nice enough when we first met, but they sure turned rotten quickly. They were only friendly to us when their father was around. Let Paimon think. That's true. The first time we met, it was right after Benoit went inside that his son-in-law told us not to come around again. They're faking it. But why would they pretend to be friendly in front of their dad? There's got to be a reason for it. Yet money. Pfft. Well, that's all I've got for now. Lunara, do you think Benoit's in some kind of danger? Yeah, he's been killed. Ooh, Pam's got a bad feeling about this. Should we report it to the Maison Gardiennage? We've got no evidence. The situation's still pretty murky. We don't know how Benoit feels about it. No, we've got no evidence. That's true. But in the end, we're here to help him, right? Molly asked us to tell Benoit that his snacks were super tasty, and we gave her our word. And our word is our sacred bond. Can we sneak in through the back door? Is there a back door? Hee, Palmer knows you always keep your promises. Well, you've got a good brain too, so what's our next move? We stare at the house until we see them leaving, and then we knock super, covertly on the door, and then, sneak in before Benoit can come out, and then we go, help him inside his home. Yeah, let's get to the bottom of this case. What should we investigate specifically? The identity of the couple, the couple's goals. How about the couple's goals? That's right. Look out, world. Ace detectives Pam and Lunara are going to expose the truth. Poor guy. Honestly. Okay, so what's the next quest? Do I have to wait another day? Okay. This is not where I was before. This is the house. Oh, what? What was that? Who the hell's Pip? Are you Benoit's real son? I thought he had a daughter, but whatever. Real son-in-law? Hello, anyone there? Do you want your newspaper? Hey, anybody there? Hello there. Is Benoit not at home? How should I know? Either way, it's right weird, subscribing to a newspaper and not collecting it. Whenever I delivered here, we'd always at least reply, but recently I haven't seen hide nor hair of him at all. The copies of the steamboat I've left here are already piling up. You know him, do you? Yep, that's right, we're good friends of his. Good friends? Ugh, whatever. How about I give you the papers and you pass them along when you see him? Sure, leave them with us. That's that then. I did my best to deliver them. Don't you turn around and say I didn't. I've got other things to do. That said, we haven't seen him recently either. You too? Seriously, what's he been busy with recently? Could he have gone back to his old home? I haven't heard anything about that though. Old home? That's right. His old place over in Fleuve Cendré. Wait, so that's where he used to live? Wait, you didn't know that he moved here from down there? Are you really his friends? Whatever, forget it. No need to explain. I don't care a whit about what your relationship is. Just get the newspapers to him and I'll be grateful. Okay, here you go. I'm off. Feels like there's a lot we don't understand about Benoit. Do you think this might have something to do with what we're investigating? The more info, the better. Alright then, next up, let's check around his house a bit. Maybe we'll learn a bit more about him. That said, we can't make too much noise or we'll alert that couple. Assuming they're inside the house, of course. Investigate near his house. Well, there's nothing here. Hi, Nana. She's got food, though. The bowl contains a slab of fish. Nana seems most pleased. Good for you, Nana. Okay, the boxes are still here. You've seen these boxes near Benoit's house before. Judging by the traces left in the layer of dust covering them, they were opened quite recently. Up close, a rank smell of fish and dampness assaults your nostrils, but when you passed by before, the boxes hadn't been moved. Where did the smell come from? This stinks like a sewer. This stuff didn't smell like this when we came around a few days back. Didn't Benoit say he only uses these to store old furniture and stuff? Where did this horrible stench come from then? Did some new stuff get dumped here? There's a piece of paper sticking out. Let's take a look. Bracari's general store receipt. Pliers, saw, candles, rope. What? That's some kinky shit. This receipt's been torn up. Only half of it is left. Huh, Bracari's General Store. We've seen that name somewhere, haven't we? Never heard of it before, but I'll take your word for it. Strange traces. It is a slick, oily sensation that you're sure had to have been left by a candle. Who lingered here with a candle in hand and for what purpose? I'd be looking inside the boxes, to be honest. The box looks completely out of place and it stinks. I suspect it was brought here from Fleuve Cendre, meaning that someone from Benoit's family went there recently, and he was from there himself, wasn't he? All the clues we've got have to do with that place, Lunara. We'll probably get more useful information there. Let's go then. Off to the Fleuve Cendre! I don't remember how to get there organically, so we're just going to have to do it unorganically. Inorganically? Probably was the better word. Hey, kitty. Who am I even seeing? All we know is that Benoit Leroy used to live in the Fleuve Cendre. We don't have a clue where exactly. If only we had some clues to help us narrow things down.
Underground is way more fun than I thought.
Okay. Hello, doctor. A little sounds good for your health. Can you tell me about Benoit Leroy? Well, I've certainly heard the name, but he moved away a long time ago. And even before that, we rarely spoke. I'm none too familiar with him, so it might be best if you ask someone else. What about this old person over here? Bracari! Perhaps I should grill a few more cookies for the children. Or perhaps that boulet fruit cake from the last time. That was pretty good. Can you tell me about this receipt? A recent set of pliers, saws and candles? Well now, that's a strange question. If you want ingredients for snacks, I've got them aplenty. But these things are difficult to move, darling. I haven't got many in stock. We don't want to buy this stuff, ma'am. We're just asking if someone else came to purchase them from you recently. Oh, let me think then. Yes, I remember some people indeed. It was two youngsters, a man and a woman. They bought the item several days ago. What else did they buy with it? I said they wanted to do some woodwork at home, but needed some tools. Is something the matter? Oh, no. We're just doing a socioeconomic survey. A socioeconomic survey, you say? Hee. You're here looking for information on them, aren't you? This happens all too often, little one. No need to try so hard to make excuses. The two of them went to Benoit Leroy's old house, if that's what you're asking. Can you tell me anything about Benoit? Ah, so that's what you're here for. Well, that's no surprise. Once you've reached a certain age, your past will catch up to you. It matters not where you move to. Do you know anything about this little man? Me? Well, I wasn't very close to Benoit. If you'd like to know about his family, you should look for Snodgrass. Go on then. Snodgrass is a right layabout. You should be able to find him loitering about nearby. Layabout. A layabout. Does anyone see a layabout? Oh, he's right there. What a name. Snodgrass. Ugh, so boring. I don't want to work. When am I going to get rich? By working, sir. Tell me about Benoit Leroy. Leroy? Huh. I've heard that name before. Give me a moment. Right, I got it. Benoit Leroy owned a store that sold all kind of stuff. Also, who are you? And why are you asking after this kind of stuff? Actually, his situation's a bit complicated. We hope you'll cooperate with us. Oh, wait, has he done something wrong? No, I think he's been taken advantage of and being killed. All right, I get you now. But I gotta ask real quick. You guys from the Spina de Rosula, or the Maison Gardiennage? I have friends in high places. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Oh, you're really good at this, Lunara. All right, I get it. I won't ask no more questions. Well, not like he made an honest fortune or nothing. In it, Fontaine's got a lot of laws. He's probably broken quite a few. Anyway, officer, you've come to the right fella. Let me tell you, I know all about Benoit. Nobody knows him better. There's not much that scoundrel Benoit wouldn't stoop to. I'm old enough to get married, so he should be an old fogey by now, huh? Anyway, I remember that his daughter, Autumn, Autumn? I have still never met this woman. She's like an elusive thing in Fontaine. Where the bloody hell is... Wait, didn't I read somewhere that she was dead? No? It was a real beauty. Shame he never let any of us talk to her. Autumn? That's right. Autumn Leroy, his adopted daughter. Oh, she was adopted as well. I could have sworn she was going to be biological. Just think about it. He was just a fella selling flotsam and jetsam, making a little more here and there. How'd he suddenly get rich enough to move up to the surface so fast, huh? How else but by using his daughter, of course. Poor pretty little thing. Forced her to marry some rich old coot, he did. And what do you know? That rich old fart kicked the bucket after just a few years, leaving his house to her. And what's hers is Benoit's. All in all, a pretty quick way to win a life up there, if you catch my drift. Why did he get to be the one to get rich overnight? I mean, what an old bloodsucker, am I right? Wait, did something like that actually happen? Let's press him further. So, officer, was that what you wanted to ask? I mean, if this stuff's useful to you, you could say they've contributed to Fontaine's security, yeah? And wouldn't you say that the Maison might want to reward a productive, upstanding citizen such as myself? We already knew all of what you just said. That will depend on what else you've got to share. Ooh, I've got lots. I mean, this is the fleuve cendre. No one gets a good night's sleep around here without having a few people's secrets in their keeping. Hee. Now, Autumn's second husband. Oh yes, she remarried right quick, she did. Lived a bit further off, so we didn't hear from her for ages. The next time we heard a peep from her, well, she'd done that. And what's that? Wait, you don't know, officer? She murdered her second husband. Got hauled off to the fortress of Meripede for her trouble too. You're investigating Benoit and you didn't even know that? Here's a list of people involved in the case, Officer Paimon. You didn't check the documents very carefully, I see. Very disappointing. I'm sorry, Captain Lunara. That won't happen again. Continue. Right. I was just getting to that. Now, I heard this from someone else myself, but rumour has it that Autumn asked for her father to take the stand at her trial, but he refused. Now, Benoit was unmarried, and she was his only kid. Right, and if I recall, even though she was adopted, her parents were related to him by blood. Either way, since her one and only father didn't take the witness stand at her trial, naturally she didn't have a chance. She was packed straight off to the fortress. Why didn't he stand up in her favour? Now, as to whether he did it just so he could take the house for himself, or if he had some kind of disagreement with the girl, maybe he didn't approve of her killing her husband. I mean, that could have something to do with it. I'm not going to guess too much. He. He usually puts on a friendly show, though, eh? I remember he was always used to give out snacks. Who would have guessed that he was so cold-blooded? Huh. You know, officer, you haven't so much as frowned this whole time. Now, I thought I was a goldfish, but are you sure you don't have ice in your veins? It's a matter of professionalism. And ain't that worth respect? Now then, officers, what's the story with Benoit's crimes? How serious are they? No comment. Ha! That bad, huh? Well, what about his house? Will it be confiscated? It is a distinct possibility. Ha! I knew it. Rats might scurry up to the surface, but a rat's still a rat. Thanks, officers, for making my... Excuse me, can you point out where his house is down here? I look forward to meeting you all again down here on the fleuve cendre. I still don't know where he lives, though. Used to live, sorry. Paimon's feeling a bit conflicted about this. Benoit made a really good impression at first. Don't judge a book by its cover. We've only heard one side of the tale from a random person. That's true, but Paimon doesn't think we can keep trusting Benoit like before. I mean, Paimon... People are capable of changing, alright? And it's been a very, very long time since he was that person down here living like that. So, he could be a completely different man these days. Ugh, Paimon hates this feeling. Still, it's a good thing Paimon can always trust you. Anyway, this sure is a lot of food for thought. Paimon feels kind of queasy about it all. Let's get out of the fleuve cendre as quickly as we can. Let's go then. Time to get some sun on our skin. Leave the fleuve cendre. Oh, it wants me to do it organically? Okay, fine. I guess we're going to run into something or someone as we depart. We can't be seen by, is that Athos? Or Morticia? Ah, shit. I don't want to get caught by him. Please tell me we're going to hide. The fleuve cendre area just doesn't smell nice. It's not quite like upstairs, where the air's the furthest thing from foul. How was it? Did you have fun strolling around the fleuve cendre? I'm sure you had a good time talking to Snodgrass. You were following us? How long have you been tailing us? I have no interest in bandying words with the children. Even if you were to go home and tattle to your parents, I doubt they'd believe you. A word of advice. Sometimes what you see or hear is neither real nor true. When it comes to others' affairs, don't insist on meddling until after you've got the full picture. By the way, Pip said that our newspapers are in your possession. I'd like you to return them, thank you. You have little choice but to give the newspapers to Athos. He gives you a cold look before swiftly turning and departing. Paimon's got a bad feeling about that guy. Just what could they be planning? Ugh, this is so annoying. It feels like we've discovered something, but we can't put the pieces together. And Paimon's kind of confused now. Benoit's a good person who's in danger, so we should be helping him. That's what's going on, right? We need to observe more carefully. Really? Will that be okay? Palmer's assumptions have been overturned so many times these past few days that she's all out of brain juice. But you sure are calm about all this. Palmer was a bit on the stupid side. You wouldn't hold it against Palmer, would you? Of course I would. I knew it. You really are the bestest, most reliable person in the world. Palmer's so lucky to have you. Can we get on with it? This is really pointless. You know, when you think about it like that, maybe Palmer's actually pretty smart. It's just that she didn't grasp the whole situation at first. Yeah, it's got to be that. That's great. This is wasting my time. Well then, time for Palmer to put a brilliant little brain to work and figure out what we should do next. Have we accidentally alerted that we're onto them? Yeah, but he still thinks we're careless children. He's not putting credence to the fact that we know people at high places. So, I think he's underestimating us. Yeah, so maybe we should just observe Benoit's house to see if there are any new developments, right? That's all we can do for now. We can find his old house. God, you guys suck. Alrighty, let's return later. You guys super duper suck. Anyway. That's not the button I wanted. That's the button I wanted. I wanted to go here. Do I still have all my maps? Was it those ones? Or these? No. Oh, I think I lost my... Oh, here we go. No. I don't think I have all of these. Yeah, I don't have all the maps. I think they all got put together into the Rainbow Roses ideals. The one where we had the notes from the bottles and we followed them, and one of them was from Autumn. And if you recall, I believe Autumn was related to Penny? The chick over here somewhere. I don't remember. Here? She had something to do with Autumn, though I don't remember what. And then I think someone else mentioned Autumn. A lot of people have mentioned Autumn. So yeah, bit awkward. Let's teleport up before I forget. I am going to have to go do my grocery shopping though. So let's just find my way to the house. I get lost every single time. It's because I don't normally travel from this direction. That's why I'm confused. This way. Isn't it this way? Oh, I don't know now. Where's the blacksmith? Oh, this place is so confusing. I'm very lost. Very lost and confused. Ooh, I didn't realize tab does a thing. Wow. Never used that before. Fuck. How do I get to Verena's house again? I don't remember. Was it over here? House of Curiosities. No, here. It's up here. Complete wrong side of the city. Here it is. Gosh, wow, I was getting so lost. We'll just swip through time to get the quest, and then I'll go. There we go. Hangman's noose? Jesus, that escalated quickly.